Trust me, you guys, if you don't start with what you have right now, you're always going to have an excuse why not to start. You're going to be just waiting until you finally have all of the things. And I'm telling you guys from experience, that doesn't mean that suddenly you're going to be great and that you're going to start and you're going to want to start. So you have to start with what you have. Hey YouTube family, what's up? My name is Mila. Welcome back to another video on the channel. And if you guys are first timers here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up so we can keep making awesome content. And if you are an OG, welcome back, you guys. I started making content on my iPhone 7 in 2016 and I don't regret it at all, you guys. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have a niche. I was extremely shy and awkward, and I'm so happy that I started with what I had at the moment, with what I had access to, because it makes me really grateful and makes me appreciate absolutely everything that I have now. This environment, my desk, my laptop, the lights, guys, even this mic. And it has made me so much better as a creator, as a vlogger, as just a human being, you know, exposing my soul basically in front of the camera to you guys every week. So I really want to discuss why you need to start making content with your phone. Listen, you guys, I'm not saying don't go out and buy the fancy camera with the lens and the lights and the whole thing. If you can do it, then, you know, maybe I would have done it if I had been balling back then. Basically, I don't know, I might have done it. All I'm saying is you basically have a really amazing camera right now that you're carrying around in your pocket, and you're not using it, and you're probably making excuses that you don't have a fancy setup, that you don't have the aesthetic you want, or it's because you live with your parents, or it's because, you know, your job doesn't let you, or just all of these different reasons that you could possibly have as not to start. And honestly, guys, the sooner you start making content with your phone, the more comfortable you're gonna get and the better you're gonna be. This right here was my setup for years, you guys, and I still use this setup when I need to, when I have to film in places where they don't allow this huge camera, right? So the more comfortable you get doing this all day, basically, and people staring at you and you setting up your tripod at the gym, at work, or sticking this somewhere, filming yourself in your car, even in your own house, even if you live by yourself and you're alone, trust me, at the beginning, it feels weird. And the more and more comfortable you get, I promise you in the long run, the better you guys are gonna be once you finally are able to afford the camera you want or the setup you want. I wish that somebody had told me that it's way more important to develop these types of skills, being able to just be yourself in front of the camera in an empty room, even though I know you guys are there watching, even though I know you guys are on this journey with me. This right here is so much more important, and this right here, I promise you, has been the hardest part, at least for me, if I can be honest with you guys. It's something you really have to work at, and having started doing content with my phone years ago, honestly has really set me up for this. And even when I started vlogging with my camera, I still wasn't there yet. We're still not there yet, guys. We have a long way to go. Something else that I do want to tell you guys about why I recommend starting your content creating journey or vlogging or creating TikToks or whatever it is that you want with your phone first is because I believe that it can save you money in the long run. And I am speaking from experience, you guys. I have a lot of friends and people that I know that went to the store and bought the whole content creator media kit, basically, that companies put together, specifically because they know that, you know, you need a couple of things to get started. So they got the big light, or like this really fancy ring light, they got the microphone, they got the camera with the lens and the little flip out screen and all that stuff. And guess what they ended up doing with it? They did it for a little bit, they didn't stick with it, they found out that maybe it wasn't for them, and they basically just ended up selling it, giving it away, or leaving it in a corner in their room. And I don't want that to happen to you guys, because honestly, I've been doing this for years now, that I am absolutely certain that this is what I want to do, that I absolutely love doing this. I love helping other people get into this and learn and grow. And there's not a doubt in my mind that this is a path I want to be on. However, I will tell you guys a quick little story about when I decided that my phone wasn't enough. Maybe in 2019 or I think it was like 2019 or so, when I did my first YouTube video and a friend was selling their camera and I bought it off of them for about $600. And honestly, 600 bucks might not seem a lot to you, but it was to me at the time. It still is to me. And ask me how many times I used that camera, you guys, because I was so scared because of my anxiety, my fear of being seen, all those other things that I've discussed with you guys already. And that camera is there, and now it's really outdated. It's not bad. I should probably give it to somebody that actually needs it. Anyway, sidetracked, but it happens, you guys. So just before you go and break the bank and buy all of this fancy equipment that it takes time to learn how to use. I'm currently learning so much from my husband about how to use all of these different things. If I haven't already convinced you that you have to start making content with your phone, with the things that you have right now, I'm going to give you guys one last point before we jump into the different tips and advice I have about creating content with your phone. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of YouTubers, a lot of big creators are currently quitting YouTube, and it's because they're burnt out, or some of them are lost. Some of them really need a break. Some of them are just, falling out of love with it. There's just so many different reasons, right? But the point is that they're stopping. And a lot of them feel like they have nothing else to bring to the table. Although I'm not in their position, right? I don't want to speak for them, and I'm not judging them in any sort of way. I do want to say that when I started making content with my phone, it taught me a really big lesson. And that lesson is that the magic is you. Like, seriously, guys, I'm going to say it again. The magic is you. The magic is the way that you show up, what you bring. If you're helpful, if you're funny, if you're entertaining, if you're engaging, all of that you can transmit through this device, whatever device you're using, is the magic, you guys. So I don't want you to stress so much about having it all together, about having the setup and the lights and this and that. And of course, I'm speaking right now from, this setup that you guys are seeing behind me, but you can go and watch my older videos. I'm never going to take them down. They can be cringy and silly and awkward and all this stuff, but you can see that I'm vlogging on my phone, that I'm using books to hold up my tripod, that I'm using daylight and that the sun moves, and all of these quirky things, guys, that really have been a part of my journey. It means so much to me. And I want you guys to someday in the future, once you do get your lighting and your camera and the perfect setup, and you guys have everything that you feel you need, you realize that it's you, the one that people are here to see. You're the one that people are going to keep coming back to see, that people are subscribing to. It's your essence. It's who you are, the way you shoot, the way you edit, the way you show up, like I said. One of the best advice that I've received from another creator is that we have to show up as the content creator that we want to be. In this case, the vlogger, the YouTuber, the TikToker that you want to be. How is that person in front of the camera? How is that person talk? What does their content creating schedule look like? And that's just like another tip for you guys to help you show up the best that you can. All right, you guys, if you've made it this far, I'm going to get into my tips and tricks as to how to make the best content with your phone. So I want to start off by saying that you do not need the newest iPhone, the newest Galaxy. You can start with the phone that you have. Guys, I have an iPhone 12 mini, which does not have the best quality, but hear me out. With this phone, I've shot vlogs, I've shot paid content, I've shot TikToks and reels that have literally blown up and helped me grow my social media by so much. So just start with the phone that you have. The next thing that I am going to recommend is that you get a tripod, and I'm going to show you guys two different types of tripods that I use today when I shoot my phone content. So the first one is obviously my Gorilla Pod, which I showed you guys at the beginning. This guy is super awesome. I got it on Amazon. I will put the links for everything down below that I use. So basically you can shoot vertical and you can shoot horizontal, which is awesome because if you need to shoot for social media, obviously you're going to do vertical. But if you want to shoot a vlog, you can switch this tripod head. And also my tripod heads are interchangeable, meaning I can take this one off and put it over there. I can take that one off and put it over here. The other thing I love about this tripod is obviously the Gorilla Pod legs. These guys are great when you need to adjust how high it is if you're maybe hiking or if you're doing something outdoors or on the go or at the gym. Like I like to also film content at the gym. So I will link these down below, you guys. My other tripod that I have here, this guy can go, I believe, all the way to 7 feet. I don't know, but it's taller than me, guys, and I'm 5 foot, so it's taller than me. But I love this tripod because it's travel size. Even though it can get really tall and big, I can still fit it in my duffel bag or my bag in general and take it with me to cafes, to the gym, like I said, to work, and it's super incognito. And also I can hold it like this still and be vlogging. It also changes from vertical to horizontal, and I will put the link for you guys down below. Next, I want to tell you guys about the settings on your phone camera. So there's so many different things that we can switch up, but these are going to be my top recommendations. The first one is going to be to use your back facing camera. So obviously not the one that faces you, but this guy right here is going to just display a better quality. So turn that guy around, and I usually switch it to the 0.5 setting so that it can be a little bit further when I'm vlogging. So that is my recommendation for that, you guys. And as far as the quality, I personally have started to shoot in 4K at 30 frames per second. When you open up your camera, you are able to see that in the top right and change those settings around. I do want to say a little disclaimer that when you are shooting in 4K, it is going to take up more data on your phone. So I find myself right now having to airdrop the videos that I've shot on my phone all day and just out and about to my laptop, and then deleting them off my phone to free up that space. When I got this phone, you guys, I was not making content like I am right now, so I didn't get the one that has like more storage. If that's not a problem for you guys, I definitely recommend shooting it in 4K on your phone. If not, then you guys can go ahead and shoot at 1080 for 30 frames per second. The next thing I want to recommend to you guys for shooting content on your phone is going to be to buy a small microphone. And it's not the end of the world if you can't get it right now, but there are a lot of phone compatible microphones that are online. I'm gonna find the one that I use. I don't have it with me right now, you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and link that one also below so you guys can check it out. Research has shown you guys that people will make it through a video that the quality might be a little bit lower, but if the audio is crisp and good, people are most likely to make it through the end of your video and like your content because they can hear you clearly. So I definitely recommend that you guys get a small microphone. I've seen them all over the place. I'm sure you guys have seen them too, so that you guys can just have the best audio when you guys are shooting your content. And last but not least, you guys, I want to talk a little bit about my favorite editing software when it comes to editing my videos and my vlogs on my phone or my laptop, and that is CAPCUT. I don't know if you guys have seen them around. They're pretty popular, but I absolutely love that platform for many reasons. And the first one is because it is so user friendly, like beginner friendly to use. And I've used different editing apps. I've used so many, you guys, across the years. You know, a new one comes out and I download it and I get really good at it. But I've been using CAPCUT for a while now. I love the setup, and I like that it actually looks like Adobe Premiere. So eventually, just like me, when you're starting to learn Adobe Premiere, I've noticed that things are a little bit easier. Not a whole lot easier, okay, but they are a little bit easier because there is a lot of similarities between the two softwares. So that is a platform that you guys can get on your phone, and you can have it also on your laptop if you have a laptop to edit. But I've seen that there's a lot of things that you can do on both, so don't feel like you're missing out if you only have a phone and you can only edit on your phone. If you guys have any questions, you guys know I'm always here to help. Leave me any questions you have about editing, about what to use, about how to start below. I'd love to answer them for you guys. To wrap up this video, you guys, I truly felt like I needed to make this video for you because I want you to start believing in yourself. Remember that is always what we're going to go back to. You have absolutely everything you need right now within you to start making the content that you want. And again, I speak from a place of experience. I speak from years of not starting because I didn't have XYZ, and then even when I had it, I still procrastinated and I didn't even do it. So believe in you guys and start with what you have. Leave me any questions you may have below, like I said, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up before you go so that we can keep bringing you great content. And also let me know what you guys want to see next. I see a lot of new faces here. I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm grateful always. I love you guys, and as always, I will see you in the next one.